Welcome to the Lagos studio of IATV. I am Folashade Ogurinde with a news update. In a unanimous judgment of its three-man bench led by Justice Stephen Ada, the Court of Appeal has ruled that the Code of Conduct Tribunal's expert order suspending former Chief Justice Walter Onohe breached the ex-CGN's right to fair hearing. Abuja Division of the Court of Appeal today struck out an appeal by the ex-Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onohe, challenging the Code of Conduct Tribunal's order for his suspension from office on January 23, 2019. Justice Ada, who read the lead judgment, noted that the court orders breached the ex-CGN's right to fair hearing. He, however, struck out the matter on the grounds that the suspensive matter had been concluded by the CCT with ex-CGN's conviction on charges of force and non-declaration of assets. Nigeria's Red Chamber has backed the decision of the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit to stop the abuse of funds of local governments by state governors. Some concerned Nigerians in Lagos share their views with IATV Lagos on moves by the Senate to ensure local government financial autonomy across the country. Faith Agbetia has the report.
Following the adoption of a motion moved by Senator Sabi Abdullahi that the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit should kickstart steps to frustrate the use of local government funds by governors, the Nigerian Senate passed the motion to stop the use of funds through joint state and local government accounts. To some Nigerians who spoke with IATV in Lagos, the local government financial autonomy is a long overdue reform that the Senate should ensure strict implementation.
You know, it's actually a welcome development. It's long overdue, because the people at the grassroots, they are really suffering. So if, the money can be given directly to the local government chairman to take care of their constituency, it will go a long way for development to come to the state, at the grassroots level.
This bill has been before the Senate for a very long time. Like I said, we give kudos to them. They should have passed it long ago. Financial autonomy, like I said, it will give the local government empowerment. It will allow the local government to reach out to the people in their domain. They don't need to go to any state government and be begging for money. In fact, the state government should pump in more money into local government rather than taking away from it.
They also joined their voices with that of the Deputy Senate President, Ike Ekweremadu, to stress the need for state houses of assembly to ensure that the pending constitutional amendment, which would give legal backings to local government autonomy in Nigeria, was passed.
Local government should stand on its own. In the constitution, it's like that. You have the federal, the state, and the local government. They are supposed to be on their own. The way it is now, it's like they don't even have power to do anything. But once this is sorted out, once at the state level, they give them the power to work, you see that there is going to be a whole total difference in governance at the state and at the local level.
The local government is the closest government to the people. But as it is in Nigeria today, it's the fastest government to the people. If you have a government that is so far away from people, it's the local government. In fact, federal government is even closer to the people than local government in Nigeria. So when we have a local government autonomy, we will not have a situation whereby, particularly state government, will be stealing, I call it stealing, the funds from the local government.
The respondents, however, stressed the need to tighten up checks and balances to avoid having corruption eat up funds meant for local government development. Faith Agbetuya, IATV News, Lagos.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC Lagos office has arrested two musicians, Afeez Fashola with stage name Naira Marley and Omoniyi Temidayo Raphael, also known as Latin, in connection with alleged case of internet fraud and money laundering. According to an intelligence report, they have also been linked to cyber crime offences. They were arrested along with Tiamiyu Abdurrahman, Kayode, Adewumi Adeyanju, Moses and Abubakar Musa in an early morning raid today at 9 Balabo Street, Ikate, Lekki, Lagos. Report says that they have so far volunteered useful information about their involvement in the alleged criminal activities while investigation is ongoing. Do you know what halitosis is? Halitosis, also known as bad breath, is a condition in which a person emits an offensive odor from his or her mouth. IATV News went into the streets of Lagos to find out what residents know about the causative factors of halitosis.
There are lots of things that could cause mouth odor. Maybe not brushing and maybe using wrong toothpaste, the ones that are not good for your teeth, and the ones that are not good for your gums, and then also tooth hole. You know, I used to have tooth hole, and then when I had to cover it, so stuff like that because
I believe one of the ways people have bad breath, maybe when they don't brush their tongue, and then the kind of foods they eat, like people that eat a lot of garlic, you know, garlic stays long, so they usually have the residual flavor, and at the end of the day, at the end of the week, it leads to bad breath.
Some people are having inborn mouth odor because when they are born, there are certain procedures they normally take when the child is being delivered, in which some parents are so careless. Some people doesn't take care of the baby very properly. Medically, they don't take care of the baby.
Some respondents relate their interactions with people having this medical condition.
You brush your teeth twice daily. Now people ask, twice daily, why can't I brush more than twice? But the thing is, you have to just brush twice daily. You brush your teeth twice daily and you see your dentist twice in a year. Now, another thing we have to discuss is about the technique itself in toothbrushing. What kind of toothbrush should I use when brushing? Now for children there are different types of toothbrush, for adults there are different types of toothbrush. Then the texture of the toothbrush. Ideally you should spend like 2 minutes while brushing. A lot of us were just in a hurry, you know, to brush. Maybe you were late for work or something, and before you know it, you go into the bathroom, before you know you're out. No, toothbrushing should take at least 2 minutes.
A dentist gave expert advice to persons experiencing bad breath. Moving on, the medical officer further explained how halitosis or bad breath can be cured or managed. Dr. Okpara emphasized that those affected should seek medical help instead of condemning themselves. The development of grassroots sport has been identified as a means of exposing youths to sporting skills and keeping them away from unwholesome activities. Olympics athletics gold medalist Falilat Ogunkoya said this during a chat with IATV News in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. She explained that improper administration and lack of adequate funding had affected Nigeria's sports development efforts, describing grassroots sport as a veritable vehicle for the realization of national sports development objective. Ogunkoya added that organizations, companies, philanthropists and government should establish sport clubs at junior and senior levels with long-term vision of continuity in sporting teams.
The youth, you are helping a whole nation. If you engage youth with sport and education, you know, you have to manage the two. And I would really appreciate it if we can make sure that the sports aspect and the education aspect are mashed together like they used to do during my own days.
And that's it on the news update by 6. I am Fola Shade Ogrinde. Many thanks for joining us. Good evening.